Hello, welcome to Social Studies. So, today what we're going to do is take a look at medieval manners. So, we've talked about what a medieval feast would look like, and we have mentioned a couple of the strange customs that they have already. And what we're going to do is take a little bit more just at the specific type of manners, manners. I'm talking about like good manners, please, thank you, all that kind of stuff. We're going to take a look at what would have been deemed to be proper and acceptable if you had lived back then and were invited over to someone's place for, let's say, a dinner party. So take a look at this. Now, I will be sharing this document with you, and what you're going to do is take a look through the different manners that would have been expected at the dinner table. And some of them you'll actually notice are very similar to what we would see now. Things like keep your elbows off the table while eating. Well, we do hear that, what other people would say, but we also have other ones like one uses one's own knife, which you had to bring yourself. So you had to bring your own knife with you. You also needed to make sure that you don't eat with forks ever. Those are only cooking utensils. And you need to have it where you picked up the food by stabbing it with a knife, but your knife should not go into your mouth. So you had to have it then where you would remove the food from the knife to be able to eat it then. Now, I've seen some expectations like this, like don't belch or spit at the table. Quite frankly, I don't think your parents would be expecting you to be burping or spitting at the table. That's considered to be poor manners. What's funny though is that there is the one here, which I'm sure a lot of you are going to be grossed out by, is do not be afraid to vomit, which means to throw up. It is not vomiting, but holding it in the throat that is most foul. So I'm assuming that's going to be along the lines if you were choking or something like that. So what you're going to do is you're going to read through the different customs that was expected if you were to be at a dinner party. You're going to read through all of it, and then I have these questions here, and so I will have a Google form for you instead of you answering it here. That's why I've written down to use the Google form instead of answering the question directly on the document. And what you're going to do is the first question in your Google form is going to ask you what 4 medieval manners do you think are most different from today? So if you're looking at that list, what are some of the manners that would be expected that we do not see or that is not encouraged nowadays? But then see if you can find, for a second question, see if you can find any manners that are actually still practiced today. See if you can find 2. And then that'll be in your Google form. You're going to answer that, and that's going to be part of your homework check. The other part of your homework check is this. So it's going to be a writing prompt, and you're going to pretend that you had it where you got a chance to do some time travel, go back to medieval times. Now, you are a commoner, but you have been invited to a dinner party hosted by a local lord. So this is quite the honor. And you're going to be amazed by what you see take place at that dinner party, just taking a look at that other document and the different kinds of manners that was expected. And what you're going to do is you're going to pretend that you attended this dinner party, you saw all of these different customs and manners that everyone else was showing. And what you'll do is that you're going to pretend that you went there, you experienced all of that, and then when you get home, you're going to write about it in your journal. You're going to pretend that you're one of those commoners that actually knows how to read and write, and you're going to record all of it so that way you don't forget. And then what you're going to do is make sure you have at least 5 manners from this page here that you incorporate into your journal entry. So I'm looking for 1 to 2 paragraphs. I'm not expecting it to be pages and pages long. Tabby, I'm thinking of you right now. I'm looking for it to be where it still covers at least 5 different manners that you would expect to find at a dinner party in medieval times, but it really only needs to be 1 to 2 paragraphs altogether. But you need to make sure you write it as if you just experienced yourself. I don't want it to be where it's like, if you went to a dinner party in the medieval times, this is what you would do, or this is what you would see. I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking for a news article. I'm looking for a journal entry where you're writing it from the first person perspective. So I'd be like, wow, I just got home from a dinner party at Lord Farquhar's place or whatever, and this is what happened. And so you're going to have it where you then recount your experience at that dinner party, and you have to include at least, like I said, at least 5 of those matters. Okay, so that's going to be due for Wednesday, April 22nd, and I hope you have fun with that. I thought that some of those matters are pretty cool, as far as the ones that you would not see nowadays and some that you would. So have fun with it, and I look forward to seeing what you come up with for your journal entries on Wednesday, April 22nd. See you.